In the past few weeks, we've seen a major earthquake devastate the country of Haiti and also hit Chile. And many of you have reached out to assist and to help some of the victims. And you actually met with some folks that hit the ground in Haiti, right?
They really made such a difference, Beth. A group from South Florida, they're actually trained to do this. And I actually had a one-on-one with a few of them. And their story is truly unbelievable. You want to take a look?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
The sheer magnitude of the disaster. And even from the airspace that we had, you could see these pancake collapses, a complete destruction of the buildings, similar to a building being demolished.
The total devastation of buildings that I was seeing out the window of the plane, it was like, oh my gosh, where are we going to start?
As soon as their C-130 landed, these men and women trained for this kind of disaster were simply devastated by what they saw.
When we got out on the street and you saw the buildings, there was dead bodies stacked everywhere.
Of all the other disasters we responded to, this was the Piedmont. This was everything that we'd ever trained for, and then some.
They saw total destruction everywhere and no time to waste.
We knew as soon as we hit the ground there was going to be people in desperate need of our assistance.
And assist they did. The South Florida Urban Search and Rescue Task Force worked round the clock for 17 days, combing through the rubble, looking and listening for any signs of life.
So we would have to at one time move human remains out of the way in order to actually effect a rescue and actually have the people come out and just come out through a small hole, and then we would just have to put them onto a backboard, bring them down immediately onto medical, where we had doctors and medical specialists standing by. So it's almost like a relief that everything you did came to fruition.
The team would travel from one building to another, their canine dogs leading the way. Dakota gave the first sign that beneath the rubble, someone was alive.
We were able to establish voice contact with the first one, and there was a second one that he made 2 alerts, and we got a better idea of a location. Both of them were really deep in a multi-story collapsed building.
12 hours later, 12 hours of digging, cutting, and sheer strength, 2 women were pulled out.
And the second gal that came out she wasn't injured at all, and she was just smiling, just so happy to be out. We were looking at her and we were like incredible because there was nothing wrong with her, and she was like, no, I walk. No, don't carry me, I want to walk.
She was just praying. For our case, this particular lady spoke English, and grabbing us and thanking us, and it was just an amazing experience.
And in the end, they would save 7 lives, 7 people who had no way out, but found a way out because of the dedication of this very special team.
Anytime you can save a life like that, it's a great moment, and the fact that our guys worked around the clock, and they did a tremendous job, not giving up, not stopping.
It's like a drop in the bucket, and you think, oh, we could do so much more, but
You do the best you can.
yeah, it's one at a time. Each life saved is a life saved. So many people died. Compared to what was saved and what died, the numbers are huge, huge. But still, lives were saved, and that in itself, in a disaster, is incredible.
What incredible people.
Amazing. I tell you, I was so honored to be with them, and I want to thank them for their time and all the pictures they actually volunteered to give me. And I got to tell you, they were honored just recently by the governor of Florida. They received medals for their heroic efforts. So again, a great team, a great group, a great story.
And I understand they're on standby to head to Chile.
They told me the other day, when we get the phone call, we'll be there to help out again. Once again, they'll do it again.
Just an amazing story.
We'll be right back.